Now we will start with the Indian historiography, various ideological frameworks. Colonial historiography. The early scholars who studied and wrote Indian were mainly British officers and Christian missionaries. So earlier our history was basically studied by the British officers and the Christian missionaries. Their prejudice is clearly reflected as some of them have ridiculed means teased. They have teased the Indian culture. Their writings were used to justify the colonial British rule. The 5 volumes of Cambridge of History of India published during 1922-1937 Common Era are examples of colonial historiography. Many European scholars were curious about civilization and countries of the East. So many European scholars wanted to know about the countries and the traditions and the civilization in East, that is Asia basically. Some of the scholars felt admiration and respect for them. So as we have seen earlier, there were some Christian missionaries and the British historians who criticized the Indian traditions. But at the same time, there are some Western historians who admired and respect our culture and our traditions. These scholars are known as Orientalists. The Orientalists studied the similarity between the Sanskrit and some of the European language. So their main focus was to correlation between the Sanskrit and the European languages. They focused more on Vedic tradition and Sanskrit literature. In 1784, Sir William Jones founded Asiatic Society in Kolkata. This is again a fill-up question. What does Sir William Jones founded? He founded the Asiatic Society in Kolkata. I have shared the recent peek of the same. It opened the doors for research in ancient Indian literature and history. Friedrich Max Müller, in his opinion, Sanskrit was the most ancient language of the Indo-European languages. So, who translated Hitto-Pradesh in German? It is Friedrich Max Müller. Again, this is a fill-up question. Who translated Sanskrit text of Hitto-Pradesh in German? The answer is Friedrich Max Müller. He was the editor of 50 volumes of the sacred books of the East. He also compiled Rig Veda. He translated Rig Veda in German. Nationalist historiography. To restore the pride in the ancient glory of India and the self-esteem of the Indian readers, their writings are known as nationalist historiography. As we have seen in the colonial historiography, they have prejudiced our Indian history and hurt the sentiments of the Indian readers. So, to protect the self-esteem of the Indian readers and the pride of the ancient glory of India, our nationalist historians have wrote many books. Their writings are known as nationalist historiography. Vishnu Shastri Chiplunkar. This is an important name. He criticized the prejudiced history of ancient India written by British officers. Rajwade. He is well known for his writings in Marathi on varied subjects like history, linguistics. Linguistics means languages, etymology, etymologies, origin of the word, grammar, etc. He was of the firm opinion that we should write our own Indian history. He compiled and edited 22 volumes of Marathaच्या इतिहासाची साधने. So this is a book name. He wrote very scholarly preface to each of the 22 volumes. So the book given by Rajwade is Marathanच्या इतिहासाची साधने. Hence, the nationalist historiography helped in triggering of the independence movement of the Indian people against the British. This is the picture of Rajwade, the first one. In this aspect, the book The Indian War of Independence 1857, written by Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, is of great importance. The second picture is of Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. We'll start with the part 3, that is historiography in the post-independence era.